Greetings. I'm going to start shortly. Just checking if I'm again here, live stream, live on YouTube. I'm like, okay, I'm here. Uh, so don't kill me. And if you are afraid of the Imams, then know that that is your fear. And fear, having fear, is not healthy. To know God through fear. Fearing that if you do not obey this messenger, you will be sent to hell, your face flipping. Surah Azab verse 60, 70 or something. 60? Surah Azab. Azab verse. God as a creationist or manifestationist. Please, you have to, um, I'm very, very uh, uh, determined. You may call me, wasn't Prophet Muhammad then Ziddi? If you call me Ziddi, Prophet Muhammad was a liar. I will show you proving that Prophet Muhammad was a liar through his progeny also, that his progeny was also liar. Why not? Because when he's Abu Lahab, Abu Sufyan, Abu Jahal, he can say things against the Quraysh leaders who worshipped idols, pagan Arab leaders at that time. And he's made his family. There's a, there's a Quran verse that rivalry among yourselves, your children. He gave Fatima Zahra, his daughter, Fadak. He took it from the Jews. Now, what I heard, I went through a majlis recently. I'm not going to name the alim. Uh, you may know. Anyways, copyrights, we're not supposed to share that video. सब छीन लिया तो लड़ना पड़ा human rights के लिए. We had to, they snatched away. They snatched away. सब छीन लिया, सब छीन लिया. They snatched away. Meaning also, okay, we can understand that the pagan Arabs snatched away. Jang-e Badr happened. और हम फिर जबर से लेंगे वापस because they would not realize 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, uh, right? अब छीनेंगे हम भी अपना हक वापस लेंगे. क्या फदक इनके बाप का था? Sorry, excuse me, I get this funny. हक 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 की बात करने वाले हक. So, of course, I know that it wasn't the alim's fault. It is the imam's fault. Now, recently I went through a debate by the Ismaili. Ismailis don't debate, but anyhow, a takfiri because he cherified, messed with an Ismaili. And now the Ismailis, like the Hindus, have also had enough, right? So that's why that poor Khalil, I heard him all the time saying, I don't debate, I don't debate in his previous videos on YouTube. Um, there was one, I know that the Ismailis don't debate. They go on into progressive, what they call progressive pluralism, Islam as a progressive, because it came, this Prophet was, you know, after all the religions, he was the seal of prophets. It's a modern religion. And thereafter, the Imams, if you know from the Shia side, that the Imams are always with the Quran, explaining, changing, as they changing in the sense that what is changing? If the world is going forward, it has to be. That's what we thought. Prophet Muhammad came to bring you forward, modern. It's a very modern religion, and we see Jesus, Christians modern and up to date with the world. But it's such a shame. It's so sad to see the Muslims going backward. There's nothing wrong now in saying Khuda Hafiz. Ismailis celebrate the Noros. Anyways, it was Ismaili. I mean, if the Imam of the time says, now do away with all those, what was communicated at the time of Prophet Muhammad was different. World has changed. You have to change with the world and be up to date with the world. So they know all these things, and you blame the Ismailis, Takfiris, that they are not Muslims and all this. So recently, Dr. Khalil Andani, if I may, had a terrible life. Uh, he was Allama Rashid Turabi's reincarnated, and I wish I was never born. But no, Dr. Khalil Andani, if he was born before Allama Rashid Turabi, that's in December somewhere, Allama Rashid Turabi passed away. I remember going on the roof and watching Nishta Park, his uh, coffin. Oh, sorry, his mayat. We don't have a coffin actually. We don't call it coffin. Coffin his. So they were taking it around and all this. So when did Allama Rashid Turabi pass away? Law. So it's been a great injustice to humanity, misleaders, misguiders. And I can see it, but I didn't have words to explain Allama Rashid Turabi, right? So if Khalil, Doctor, I'm making a big thing. I don't want to give him that because if you're reincarnated, you could get disoriented, feeling that if you meet someone you have known long time ago, it can be very overwhelming. Oh, December 18, 1973. So my brother Abbas was born in November, and Allama Rashid Turabi passed away December 18, 1973. Just, I remember my brother was an infant downstairs. We could not. He was in the big room. I remember big room, big jail. Uh, Big room. Okay. There's some coincidences. Sorry. Also, the delusion that Sheikh कहाँ यहाँ आएंगे. It's just in my way. This thing. If this, I don't know what to say. I have no words. Sorry, I was not feeling well. See, then I said some things in my previous live stream about the sheikhs and the president of UAE. I apologize greatly. Whatever happens will happen. Uh, Maybe my brother's not well, and so I'm asking David to take me and give my brother life because I'm in a lot of pain and I wish to die. And I wish never to be born. Okay, I forgot. Did I? Khali, a doctor. No, no. I don't want to push him into these reincarnation things. It's a very bad. Once you get the feeling, so these could be psychological problems the soul could be undergoing or something. We're not sure about reincarnation. Huh. So I don't want to play with people's lives. I mean, I know about myself that I've had some dreams and all this about reincarnation after having been told But I had told myself by Professor Moez in Karachi, but then I thought, because you see, if it's not in my religion, then all that is from Satan. The soul feeling, the hypnosis, going back in time, all this is like whatever, So I thought if then when Professor Moyes told me, because he told me he's, anyways, I cannot say what he does. So he says he's a Sufi, and then he has some inclination, like we kind of, he doesn't, he didn't criticize Shias and all this. And some Sunnis also go to the Shia majlises like that. Very open minded person, Professor Moez. So he, that's why I believed in him, because he was near to Shia. The Sufis are quite near to Shia. And I inquired more about this matter. So he told me something. And then I went home thinking that maybe it is hidden in the Quran, and no one, Imams have not explained about reincarnation. I don't know why. But he said later on, someone told me there is a book by Imam Jafar Sadiq, and it's on reincarnation. You will find it much, much later. Someone told, I was like, I'll find a book by Imam Jafar Sadiq explaining reincarnation. So I did not find the book by Imam Jafar Sadiq. But I found something on the website that is no, but Ismaili Imam also says. I went into the article that we don't believe in reincarnation. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, there are these rumors and all this. Anyways, Dr. Khalil Al Nani, you see how close Ismaili and Shia Islam, because same Imam. This is Ali, the killer. Abu Bakr called him, like I think I found in the Qatil. This is Ali the Qatil. Enlighten me about the will of Allah and the will of His creatures. I asked Abul Hassan. It's Imam Ali. Imam Hassan's father. He said the will of his creatures comes from what goes in their minds and leads to action. The will of his creatures comes from what goes in their minds. It's up to what the environment also, yani we are also influenced by, our will is not pure, it's influenced, and it has a filter what goes in the mind. So this will of the creature comes from what goes in the minds. You get it? Imam Jafar Sadiq and his father, they were very scared that the Muslims were going into the Greek philosophies and all this. So I think they've copied all these things. Anyway, have I repulsed the Shias? So maybe you say that we don't care about fear, freedom, but we care about the truth. If you care about Islam, what do you care about? This means this is the true religion, right? You're saying that it is established by the Messenger of Allah that this is the true religion. Why in the world would you care about Islam if it wasn't a true religion? And that would save humanity from all the illusions, delusions, wishful thinking, active child, uh, the hakikat, distorting God's hakikat, Allah's hakikat, giving him attributes, names, and dividing him and ascribing his attributes to him and things like that. And the children, that he has sons, daughters, Mother Earth, that Earth is a goddess and things like that, right? So dividing God into many, many parts when he's indivisible. and all this. So Dr. Khalil Andani and Mr. I don't know, but Dr. Jake Metaphysic from the Athari, I think, side. That's, by the way, not the Shia side, not the Ashari, Ishna Asharis, those are 12 Shias. this this is from Al Qafi again. Just seeing this, right? He said the will of the creatures comes from what goes in their minds and leads to action. Every action has a reaction, Einstein. So the will is not free. Uh, the will of his creatures comes from where? From what goes in their minds. Means comes from the outside. Meaning, you know that my will is arrested. Meaning, someone, Anita Baker's song, sorry, the line from Anita Baker's song. Uh, I used to sing like this. I don't know whether the song, I'm not sure whether she says that my will is arrested. So, you know, it's the outside. The will is the will of a child is not really what, it's not pure. The will of man is not pure then. If it's coming from somewhere outside, which affects the mind and leads to action. Will of Allah the Most High is His inventing and nothing else. Because Allah does not need to reflect deliberate. But how does this will of Allah come? Such maybe you can go to Dr. Khalil Andani, he'll explain to you. Because none of our religious scholars, maybe very few, I don't know, I haven't come across recently in this philosophy explaining these things further, expounding on these things. Such qualities do not exist with him. We are more concentrated. You know, we go also for only the Imam Hussein's majlises and all this. And Ramadan comes and we repeat dua and all this. We don't go into these matters, I think. I haven't gone to Najaf anyways to find out. Maybe there are some religious scholars who have written about this, explaining to us. Such qualities do not exist with them, these philosophies. Such qualities a science of philosophy, uh, the science of philosophy. Such qualities do not exist with him. Okay, then why does he have a will? So Imam says that he created this will. They are the attributes of his creation. Allah's will is his acts and nothing else. Allah's will is pure, like not which comes from what goes in the minds. Because Allah doesn't have a mind or a. He says it be and it comes into existence. He has to say be. I mean, that's just, to show that how quick Allah can. Anytime Allah can make new worlds just by saying be and it is. This may not be our only universe world. There may be many, many worlds, like in Surah Al-Hamd, Surah Fatiha, we are told. And Imams will tell you, like, does Allah keep creating? Or is this, He has created and then He has rested? I mean, He made, created. Even Christians will tell you that. I think I read it in the Mr. God, This Is Anna by Finn. Loosely speaking, like this, as a lame person, that he created rest also, like he created the will to create the original. How this will came about, I have to see what is. So, will, Imams, for the will of its creatures, like the willpower, my will. This is the problem, this tragedy. God's will, my will. Now I surrender. This is personality. We are built. No, this is not personalities. Personalities will come later. They are the attributes of His creation. Maybe I should read this whole thing, but it doesn't make sense. Anyways, such qualities do not exist with Him. They are the attributes of His creation. Allah's will is His acts. He doesn't act. And nothing else. But You see, Allah's will is His acts. You mean Allah's will is His creation? There's another hadith that will say that. Here it is. You see? So in first hadith, this hadith, it is explained what is, but let me just jump to this hadith. Allah created His will. If you cannot have sabr, like I also want to know what next. What actually does, what His, Allah's will is His act of creation, meaning, let me just make it clear. He's the originator of everything. Will has no condition, just as his self has no conditioning. There's no conditioning. What? Thank God, reading Jiddu Krishnamurti, I find out. Oh, the condition like this, very clear. After many years of going on, so I was really dumb, and it took me around many years, and still I'm not capable of talking properly and conveying. So ooh, no. I have to go back. So the will is the creation, and then you can go to Dr. Khalil Andani. This is touch system. I just love this touch system so much. You know, this is just so great touch system. This is very great. I'm sorry you'll have to wait if you are following me. The lay person, the book of intelligence. So his will is his. This was like the last uh, few chapters here about God. Ah, so a lot like knowledge hadith about hadith and how what are the religious scholars supposed to do and how am I supposed to live? No, sorry, that's Michael Bolton sang that song, right? Chapter on contingency of the universe and proof of the existence of its creator. Contingency of the universe, very interesting. I was awestruck when I used to read this, but at the same time have doubts later on when I went back to the firstly, I was so awestruck that that's why Jiddu Krishnamurti says that authority, it has an effect on your will, on your feel. You can't read Imam, then asked him, do you know, like that the earth has an underside. Who would say these things? Unless they killed the philosophers, Greek philosophers, burned their books. No. I'll tell you, I was reading some of the Aristotle, and it was like falling into place. Everything was put properly by the Westerners. Do you know that the earth has an underside and an upper side? You know how many layers the earth has? I think the Quran also said, have you climbed up into the sky? The Imam then asked, guessing is weakness. Guessing is weakness. Why do you not acquire certainty? Oh, oh, I just stumbled upon this because of the touch system. So I went back, chapter one, chapter. Look who's talking. Why don't we acquire certainty? Hmm? Certainly we can see God and know God, yes. No, I have not gone there. The Imam then asked, do you know what is therein? He said, I do not know but I guess there is nothing therein. पागल समझा है क्या? Sorry, this is my Pakistani Urdu sarcastic. I wonder what the British and the American, how do they when you become sarcastically? Hmm? No, I have not gone there. Now, where do we have those archaeologists and all this, the earth? Have you gone inside the earth and dug, dug? So sorry about the word. Digged or digged in, dug in. Oh, my English is also deteriorating. No, my mind is a little bit here. I can see this. He said, I do not know, but I guess there is nothing therein. Oh, yes. No one knows. I mean, who are you asking? Okay. The Imam then said, guessing is weakness. Why do you not acquire certainty? Yaqeen, yani. Faith. Oh, yaqeen and certainty. When will we acquire certainty that God exists? So, how does Jiddu Krishnamurti take you? Not asking about the earth. Of course, the earth, the archaeologists will tell you how many layers the earth has and all this, maybe. Archaeologists, right? The study of the earth, how many layers. They're called archaeologists, I hope. I mean, I'm not sure, but do correct me. So, I've been traumatized. I have a shock. So, how, there must be another way. Okay, Imam knows how many layers the earth has and all this. The man replied, no, I have not done so. The Imam then asked, do you know what is up there? No, we don't know. He replied, no, I don't know. The Imam said, it is very strange. Without reaching the east or west, without going under the earth or climbing up the sky, and not even have a crust, anything to know what is behind, you deny what is in them? Oh, woe be unto you, Zahra, and you be barren of your mother. Not barren, you be barren of children. Sometimes Imam talk like that. They are testing us. They know we are they're testing, they're trapping me. What a schizophrenia. No, that's called when every hypocrite thinks in the Quran, it is said that every cry is against us. Woe be to you. It is very strange without reaching the east or west. Nothing without going under the earth or climbing up the sky. How can you climb up the sky and not even have crossed anything to know what is behind you? Deny what is in them. Very, very good. Oh, but how can we know? How do you know without going climbing up the sky, flying? How do you know? Does any man of a reason deny what he does not know? What did he ask? Hisham ibn al-Hakam has reported that in Egypt there lived a heretic, Zahra the heretic, who had heard about Imam Abu Abdullah a great deal. He traveled to Medina to debate the Imam, but he missed to find the Imam therein. He was told that the Imam has traveled to the city of Makkah. He then left for Makkah and we were with the Imam. When we came across him during our said that whatever he asked, God has not told him. Like God told the Prophet Muhammad, the grapes and about heaven and about this. But he also raised his servant up to the heaven. Working 7 times. So when the Imam came across him during our performing tawaf, the man's name was Abdul Malik, also called Abu Abdullah. He was also father of Abdullah, yani father of the servant of Allah, as his kunya in Arabic. He touched Imam Abba Abdullah's shoulder with his shoulder as he walked along. The Imam asked him, "What is your name?" "It is Abdul Malik," meaning slave of the king. But remember, he has a son who is Abdullah. The man replied, "What is your kunya?" The Imam asked, "It is Abba Abdullah," meaning father of slave of Allah. He replied, the Imam then asked, "Who is this king whose slave you are? Is he of the earthly kings or of the heavenly ones?" Ah, heavenly king, slave of the earth. Say whatever you, the poor Christian, they believe that Jesus Christ is the Lord, the King, right? But what you say to them? He said, "The kingdom of God is within you." That the king is born. You remember Christmas carols? Uh, so why do you not answer? The man seemed to dislike my words. The Imam then told him, "Meet us when we finish our tawaf." The heretic man came to the Imam and later and sat in front of the Imam, and we were all gathered around him. And the Imam then asked him, "Do you know the earth has an underside and an upper side?" Maybe I missed the question. The man replied, "Yes, I know it." The Imam then asked, "Have you gone in the..." Okay, I read this. I can't find the question of this man. Maybe I missed it up. The man replied, "No, I have not." Okay. The heretic then said, "No one has ever come up with such statements to me as you have." Very, very fun. Really. It is very strange without reaching the east or west. What did Jiddu Krishnamurti tell us? Huh? Where do you reach anywhere? Huh? How you? So, now what do you do? Or climb? How can this poor man climb the sky? Or go under the earth unless he dies and you put him? You say not to burn him, not to cremate him, and not even have crossed anything to know what is behind. You deny what is in them. What is he denying in them? Does any man of reason deny what he does not know? Man of reason. Reason is good. The heretic man then said, "No one has ever come up with such statements to me." You really believe this, Shias? You know, there were Greek philosophers. Imam Jafar Sadiq was scared that all Muslims going there. The Imam then said, "So you are uncertain about him, God?" I mean, oh, him and H, is it God? Yeah, God. Perhaps he is, or maybe he does not exist. The heretic then said, "Perhaps he is." The Imam then said, "Oh man, one who does not know has no authority over the one who knows." Knowledge, very great. "O Egyptian brethren." Okay, now Imam is being kind. Excuse me. "O Egyptian brethren, listen carefully. We have no doubts in the existence of Allah. Think about the sun, the moon, the day, and the nights. Follow each other and do not miss the turns or become confused." What is this in philosophy? They each have its place and do not have any choice. If they had any other choice, they would not come back again. Or they may come back, may not. If they had a choice, the day would not even end with night, and the night would not end in the day. They all, yani, You know that the Quran ayat that everyone, every creature, everything submits, prostrates to Allah. They are forced to continue. O Egyptian brethren. I'm not swearing, but I'm just reading. Very, very scary. I swear by Allah, the one who has forced them is stronger than them and greater. Jabbar, Jabbar, force. Oh, these poor things like sun, moon, planets are forced. I felt so sorry for them. Could they not come willingly or unwillingly? But everyone come to God will have to prostrate willingly or unwillingly. Quran ayat, you remember? If you're not, we can search. Oh, Egyptian brethren are compelled. Like I'm compelled here to do this to save you people. Shias, open your eyes. Do not just now go for, I know how the intellect, Ali Mawla, and know everything and all this. How I will show you how they have used the intellect and other people's Greek philosophers and all to make you go believe in them. Why the sky is up high and why the earth is low. Why the sky does not fall down on earth. Why the earth does not flow. A sky cannot fall. Please go to a Hindu. He will tell you, okay, our God made a city in India. But do not say that the sky falling down on us. Because the sky cannot fall down on you. Maybe meteor coming and falling on me. Is meteor a sky? Ah, the sky will fall down on earth. Because it is, if it had a choice, it could fall on earth. Why the earth does not flow one layer over the other. It has many layers. And the two do not stick to each other. And why those on it do not stick to it? Like there's a Majmal Bahrain, or what is? No, no, there where the two seas meet, where the salt does not, saltish sea not to mix with the sweet. Is there a sweet sea? Maybe in the Mediterranean, I don't know. The man then said, God, you see why I become so dumb. The man then said, God, their Lord, has made them to hold together. Yeah, magnetic force, the this magnetic force held together. The sky is being held by the magnetic force. Hisham has said, like I'm just adding words, but here the man then said, God, their Lord, has made them to hold together. Hisham has said, he professed belief in God in the presence of Imam Abba Abdullah. It says Abu, but we usually tend to say Abba Abdullah. That's why I'm used to my conditioning here. I never learned, they tell me. From childhood, they were telling me, you not to listen, you not to learn properly what we are telling you. Hamran then said to the Imam, may Allah take my soul in service for your cause. If heretics profess belief in Allah before you, it is because the unbelievers converted to faith because of your father. The man who had just professed belief in Allah request now. I'm not want to be very, very bad, sarcastic and all this. I'm in a very terrible mood. You know why I'm sarcastic? because the pain is there. Hisham taught him who has lied to us. I feel so angry. I was taught by Miss Tissa. Now do not blame it. If someone lied to me, I would hit the roof. I was like a cat on a hot tin roof. Children learn what they are uh, taught. The Imam then asked Hisham to teach him. Hisham taught him well. I hate this. Sorry, my feelings are I'm a very intense person. Even Professor Moise tell me that he cannot hypnotize me. I'm so intense. I may be so stubborn to come back from that life past. So that you see what the problem here? Or you think I'm Shaitan? Okay. Oh, think. So now we are all unchosen, and Shaitan will burglaw us all. Where is it going? Where it is pushing you. And of course, Yazid Umayyad al is here today. I will, where is it? It is here in the Sunni. Wahhabis. Somewhere probably we will find in Saudi Arabia or UAE or Bahrain or Kuwait or Qatar and Pakistan. So you agree that one progeny, evil progeny, is here, right? Now just put it around. Like Shias, now change your mind that this not the pagan Arab evil, Quraysh evil progeny. Give us. You think this purified progeny of Prophet Muhammad? How long they've misguided you people? It makes my blood boil. For what reason do you call him a human being, not the... Okay, I just have a little problem here today. I'm very, very angry. वो जो मेरी माँ 3 आने उनको मिलते थे, एक आना हजरत अब्बास की अलम में. Anyways, we could be tested. So I said, may you find a sabir. May I be like Imam Zain al-Abidin. You know, for how many years I was like Imam Zain al-Abidin. My mother's chadar was snatched in the house. I was in the dark. I was being pulled. जंजीरों से जकरा बीमारी करबला को सर नंगे शाम लाए मेरी माँ को. I will take a break now.